Forget about it! We're putting a fork in old school New York with a trip down memory lane in Little Italy. We've got old school Little Italy and the newer, more modern spots that pay homage to the neighborhood. A new spin on Parm you can't turn down, and we go nuts for the latest gnocchi craze. Plus, Naples' #1 Pizzaiolo moves in with an offer you can't refuse. Gnocchi dance!
Mommy, New York starts right now.
Toni and New York starts right now! At the turn of the 20th century, over 4 million Italians arrived in the United States, many of them right here in New York. The ones that stayed made Little Italy and Arthur Avenue their new home. While everyone knows Italian culture runs deep in New York City, we couldn't help but wonder, why did they come here in the first place? Now, surely every family has its own story, but what we do know is that in 1870, Italy became unified under one flag. But there were vast differences between the North and the South. Most of those who immigrated to America from the North had labor skills such as carpentry, shoe repair, and brick building, and were seeking out a new market in the land of opportunity. Those who came from the South were mostly poverty-stricken farmers who had little hope of improving their lot. Many wished to earn money in L'America and return to Italy to buy land, but only about a quarter of them actually went back. There were also political reasons. Beginning in the 1870s, the government took measures to repress political views such as anarchy and socialism. Essentially, many Italians came to the United States to escape political policies. And while Little Italy is shrinking and many shops and eateries have closed, there's a new generation that is paying homage to the neighborhood. We'll get to them, but first a nod to the history that still is alive and well in Little Italy. Get in the car! But this show is too big for just me to cover. Time to pick up my stretchy pants posse in the Chevy. Little Italy crew with me today. We got Robbie. Robbie, tell the people who you are.
Robbie Jones, Pizzaiolo for donation.
That's right. You may remember Ross from a little segment he used to do with us called What Won't Ross Ryman Do? Tell the people what you're doing now.
I live in LA. I'm acting. I've been on TV. That's right.
And then we got Chef Mike Bianco in the back. Chef, tell them what you're about.
What's going on, guys? I'm executive chef over at Cooked & Co. in Scarsdale in Westchester.
And you're killing it. And of course we got Glennie in the back. She was very upset. She's like, I'll get in the back seat now? Now I'm in the back seat? Exactly. What's up with that? All right, everybody got the stretchy pants on?
Yes.
Yes.
Everybody ready to go to Little Italy?
Yes.
Everybody ready to have some fun?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Ready.
Let's do it. Okay, good.
Bob?
Oh, Bob!
Rocks.
Bob's in the car too. Bob keeps everyone alive. You will realize this today as the day progresses.
Thank you, Bob.
Thank you, Bob! Now, when you hit Little Italy, you have to bring home some food for La Familia, or you might end up sleeping with the fishes. And within a block radius, you'll find everything you need. First up, my favorite place for a cappuccino and a cannoli, Ferrara's, which has been a staple in the neighborhood ever since the Italians started coming to L'America. Adeline Lepori Sessa's family has owned Ferrari's since its humble beginnings, back in 1892. So tell me, what was Ferrara's when it first came to be?
It was a espresso bar where all people that lived in this neighborhood could come and meet their countrymen because they only spoke Italian. They would come here for espresso, they would play scopa with each other. When they moved here from Italy, there was nobody, not another area that spoke Italian, so it stayed very close-knit and tight. And they couldn't afford to go out to dinner, but they could afford to go out to coffee with their friends. So the cannoli truly originated in Turkey, and legend will tell you that it was a savory dish. And then a man in Italy wanted to seduce a woman and filled it with a sweet cream.
Sure,
and that's how the Italian cannoli was made, filled as a dessert, and that part was made in Sicily.
So it was a dessert of seduction.
Yeah, exactly.
You guys pick your cannoli. I know what Bob wants. I'm going to take. Bob wants the chocolate.
Yeah, the old chocolate cannoli.
The chocolate cannoli. Look.
Your face in there.
All right.
You know, now you boys know this is the dessert of seduction. Seduce me, baby.
Hey-o.
At Ferrara's in 3, 2, 1. Forget about it. Right across the street are two more of our favorite shops. Aleva has been pumping out the freshest mozzarella and ricotta for well over 100 years. The original store was established the same year as Ferrara's, in 1892, by Pina Aleva, shortly after she immigrated here from Benevento, Italy. Her husband Henry and her sister, Aunt Irma, continued the tradition. Aleva remained in the family for 4 generations, and when they wanted to sell, Toni Danza of TV fame took them up on an offer he couldn't refuse, in an effort to preserve the ever-shrinking Little Italy. Joe runs the shop and takes pride in being a part of this legacy on Grand Street.
We're going to try some of our hot food. We have obviously cold cuts and all Italian meats, but we make our own arancini, which is a rice ball. Means small orange. It looks like a small orange. It's stuffed with famous mozzarella, grated cheese, salt, pepper. Everything is made with love.
Of course.
Everything.
Everything.
And so we have those. We have chicken parmesan, meatballs, eggplant parmesan.
All right, well, let's go eggplant or chicken parm. Come on.
I like eggplant parm. I like eggplant parm, but I'll take anything.
Eggplant. All right,
I'll give you a little of each. How's that? Make everybody happy. I'll give you a lot of each.
I told them, don't agree on which kind of parm we're getting. That way we're getting more sandwiches. Oh, mangia bene tutti.
That's my mother's sauce. I make the sauce just the way we made it. Just the way my mom made it on a Sunday.
And it wouldn't be a trip to Little Italy without stopping by Di Paolo, the most amazing Italian grocery store. Today it carries around 300 styles of cheese, including about 100 variations of pecorino alone. And when you walk in the door, Lou Di Paolo immediately treats you like family.
Notice the prosciutto, how pink, how very delicate. Toni, grab a slice of that prosciutto and hold it to your face and smell those country breezes of Langhirano in the suburb of Parma.
It's like you go to Italy right in your shop. It's like a little vacation.
And it should be sliced very thin, almost transparent, that you could just about see right through it.
Don't be cutting big slabs of prosciutto, people.
And please, prosciutto, leave the fat. Don't cut the fat. The fat is what I call un dono di Dio, one of God's gifts. And of course, there's no better combination than fresh, handmade Di Paolo's mozzarella and the prosciutto di Parma.
Come on, Mike, don't be shy. In 3, 2, 1. Thank you so much, Luigi.
You're very welcome.
Grazie tanto.
Thanks for coming.
Baci.
Delicioso.
Says the Jew in the background. And if I had to choose my very favorite old school restaurant in Little Italy, it would have to be Puglia. In 1919, Gregorio Garofalo came over from Italy to begin his American dream. He rented a basement, put in his coal stoves, and sprinkled sawdust on the floor. With his knowledge of creating homemade wines and his passion for cooking, Gregorio's dream began. The name Puglia is the region in southern Italy from which he immigrated. If you're wondering why I picked Puglia to have my wedding reception, well, you've been looking at the food coming out of the kitchen, and the perfect way to end your stay in the neighborhood is with Jorge, because it's time to shake your napkin. Coming up, the new parm in town is impossible to turn down. We go pazzo over the new gnocchi, and Naples' #1 Pizzaiolo is taking over downtown. During its heyday, Little Italy spanned more than 50 square blocks, stretching from Lafayette Street to the Barry and from Kenmare to Canal Streets. While there are still a handful of businesses that have survived for more than a century, many of the restaurants have shuttered their doors due to astronomical rent increases and shifting demographics. Now, if you're looking for an old school style chicken parm, you can find that at a Little Italy staple, Capri on Mulberry. The portions are huge and the tangy sauce pairs nicely with the plump and moist cutlet. My group agreed, super satisfied. That said, there are many new up-and-coming spots that pay homage to the neighborhood while taking a more modern approach to Italian food. And if you're looking for something a little more innovative, just head north on Mulberry. And that is where you'll find Parm and baby-faced Jeremy running the kitchen. Jeremy, what do we have here? I see a couple of balls in between the bun.
First up, we have our meatball parmesan, which is a combination of beef, pork, and veal, served on our sweet semolina roll. Top a little bit of tomato sauce, Parmesan cheese, mozzarella, crushed in salamander with some basil.
All right.
We going in?
Time to eat some balls, people.
How's that working out for you?
I love your balls.
Awesome. Glad to please.
Balls and please. This is...
That's our chicken platter with our Sunday salad, small edition, so super traditional.
This is a small edition?
Well, from the salad, because we also sell them in a larger size as well.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, this is a lot of food. So whose idea was this whole parm thing?
The whole parm thing?
Uh-huh.
It sort of came out of a necessity in the neighborhood, basically, just to kind of.
There was not enough parm.
There wasn't enough just parm.
We
wanted to bring it back to the very simple sandwich shop sort of idea, like not quite deli counter service, but almost. And this is what you end up with.
But with fancy cocktails, because that gentleman has some good-looking cocktail over there, isn't that? He's
gonna wave at us.
Well, no one wants to. No one wants to pour a drink when they've got this in front of them. So.
No, it's
try to keep it
absolutely
together.
right. All right, chicken parm and parm. With kitchen manager, Jeremy. Here we go.
How's that for a parm?
You nailed it. You nailed it.
Sweet.
Here, tell me. Tell me if you disagree.
I'm much more of a breast man than a ball man.
You and me both, brother.
So what do we got here?
So this is the last of our 3 types of parms. This is the eggplant parm, served with our spicy rotini, which is a fra diavolo sauce. Very simple, excellent flavor. Let's see what you think.
You don't know how much we've eaten today.
It's got a little bit of heat to it. It's not too intense. Nice lingering mouthfeel.
That's good. That's delicious. You know, there's people that are scared of carbs. I don't want to know you.
We're not afraid of carbs here.
I don't want to know you. You're not scared of carbs. You're a parm. You're not scared.
Not scared of anything.
They're not scared, but at least of all carbs. Oh wait, you guys, you missed the cheese bowl.
You were busy chatting.
You missed the cheese bowl. I'm sorry. Our cute boy over there with a cute drink. Not scared of anything. All right, here we go.
Let's see what you think of the eggplant.
All right. The eggplant parm, people.
Here we go.
Going in the parm hole. Ready? You got it?
I got it.
You sure your little muscles aren't tired?
They are tired.
Maybe I'll just hold it up a little bit.
It's not even a boxing coach.
Ah! Oh!
How's that pass for you?
I'm all alone.
Crushing it.
You tried. I better get a hip thrust, or you're fired. Oh, I'm sorry. I don't pay you. Stand up and give it to me.
That's what we like to see.
Coming up, the new gnocchi you need to know about. And Naples' #1 pizzaiolo will wow you with every single thing. Now, if you're into pizza, then you've probably been to Luzzo's in the East Village. Well, the nice folks at Luzzo have opened up a new spot that has become quite a sensation. Because if you love gnocchi, you're going to love, and I mean love, 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 gnoccheria. The word gnocchi has an unknown origin, but it's speculated to come from the Italian word gnocca, meaning knuckle. Essentially, gnocchi are a form of dumpling, and of course not exclusive to Italy, but let's face it, Italians make them the best. No hate mail, please. The most famous potato gnocchi that are known and loved worldwide date back to the 16th or 17th century, after Spanish explorers brought potatoes from South America and introduced them to Italia. Chef Michele Luliano and his wife Vanessa opened up Gnoccheria in 2016, and it's the only restaurant in the city devoted to the dumpling. And in our humble opinion, it's the best place to devour them. Cos'è questo Gnoccheria?
Gnoccheria is the new concept in New York. It's a restaurant that make all the gnocchi.
All right, so I see we have some patate here. What do we have here?
Patate viola and regular patate. We make 5 different types of gnocchi plus three stuffed gnocchi. Nobody make in New York City. This is gnocchi alla Sorrentina from Naples.
From Naples.
Yeah, Napoli.
Napoli. Okay, you're taking gnocchi. There's a way to do
You take gnocchi and you turn gnocchi.
Gnocchi.
This is a stuffed gnocchi with the 4 cheese inside. Ricotta,
Parmigiano,
mozzarella e fontina.
And fontina.
You cook all
Gnocchi,
together.
gnocchi, 3, 2, 1.
What?
Gnocchi there.
Lei non beve adesso, lei beve
Sì,
dopo.
sì, no, lei beve adesso.
Beve adesso. Ma quando è?
You're gonna have to subtitle this.
I mean, he was saying she doesn't drink now, she drinks later. I'm like, oh no, she drinks now.
I forgot, you making me drink wine.
Coming up, Maple's most famous pizza maker is pumping out a calzone you will go crazy for. Now, we all know that Italians are famous for la pizza, and that Lombardi's in Nolita, which used to be part of Little Italy, was the very first pizzeria in all of America. It started as a grocery store opened in 1897, when Gennaro Lombardi began selling tomato pies wrapped in paper and tied with a string at lunchtime to workers from the area's factories. Lombardi received a business license to operate a pizzeria, and soon he had a loyal clientele. Lombardi still uses a coal oven to bake its pies just like it always has, and only whole pies made to order are sold. To think, an entire pie cost a nickel when Lombardi's Pizzeria first opened its doors in 1905. And while Lombardi's may be the dom of American pizzerias, there's a new player in town who holds the equivalent title in his hometown in Italia. To get the scoop on the most famous Pizzaiolo Napolitano, we had to bring in the big guns. Scott Wiener of Scott's Pizza Tours to Sorbillo.
So,
There we go.
Gino.
All right, so Gino, Sorbillo is like Mr. Napolitano.
This is the guy, okay? 3rd generation pizza maker from Naples. Everybody in Naples knows him. He is the guy.
He's the guy.
Yeah, and you go to his pizza place. It's on Via Tribunale. It's like Pizza Central. And you walk down the street and his Pizzeria Sorbillo, has this crowd of people outside. It's insane. They make like over 1,000 pizzas a day.
He's like the pizza superhero.
He is, and he's a really nice guy. He ran for mayor a few years ago in Naples.
Awesome.
Almost won, but I think he wasn't corrupt enough to win.
This is the margarita, right?
Yeah, straight up, standard, classic.
And we should note that they do actually cut your pizza for you here, but we like the beautiful shot of it not cut. So don't come here thinking that your pizza's not gonna be cut for you, right?
Yes, exactly. You're taking a little baby version, I'm taking a big boy version. So it's more elastic on the crust. This is not going to be a crunchy pizza. It's Neapolitan, so it's chewy, but it's light and fragrant. Oh my God.
That's so good.
The calzone is definitely a cousin of the pizza. I think we can agree to that. It's essentially a folded over pizza,
It's the
but the
cugini,
tomatoes on top.
cugino.
Exactly, il cugino. So,
Actually, la cugina, because pizza is feminine, right?
I guess, but calzone is masculine. That's okay. We don't have to.
We don't have to have
This is a gender-neutral segment.
Exactly.
So calzone over here is filled, different from other foods like the stromboli, which is rolled. Don't
Right.
get those confused. You want the end?
I want the perfect piece. You always steal the perfect piece.
I know, because like you know.
Like you don't need enough
you
pizza.
Well, if you don't stop me, then I'm going to
I
eat the
know.
pizza I want.
I know you do.
Why would I want anything else? But I'll tell you this: we're both going to do the ends, because this way you can pick it up and there's no situation.
Oh, what's on the inside?
With this one, we've got some mozzarella, some ricotta, and there's also some salami and onion inside.
And this is the traditional.
This is what on
Calzone
their
of
menu.
Naples.
Yeah, exactly. The calzone napolitano. Don't ignore the calzone. Give the calzone love.
Give it a chance.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Right?
That is so good.
Did you ever have this an andouille pizza before?
No. No.
Andouille is like a spreadable, spicy, porky sausage. Bright red, a little fiery. On this pie with some red onion and some Parmigiano and basil.
It's easier
Absolutely
when they do it
exquisite.
with the pizza cutter.
Yeah, it's easy with the roller, but this way you're being very authentic. That's the best slice. I'm glad you got it.
I know, that's why I took it.
I know.
Oh my God. The
Well,
onion on it.
A mark of a great Neapolitan pizza is this sort of cloudy char characteristic. If you see it's a large spot of bright white and then darker spots, it's less evenly baked, but you know, they know how to use this oven. Quail eggs on this truffle pizza, black truffles on that thing.
Oh my God.
The thing about a pizza with egg on it is when you cut through it, you're gonna have the yolk running all around. So you wanna use that yolk on the plate as a little dip.
Oh, okay, I
So
understand.
don't worry about keeping it all on the
Don't
pie.
worry.
When you get down to your crust,
No worries, people.
I'm gonna start off just straight up because I
Straight
got
up.
some yolk on there. It's almost refreshing, which is bizarre because it's like truffle. Like that should be woody and naturey. It makes me think of dirt.
I can't even hear you right now. All I can think about is this pizza.
Well, I'm glad you can't hear me because whatever I'm saying is nonsense because I'm intoxicated.
So tell people how they can meet you.
You just show up at my house?
No.
Nah, you can go on to scottspizzatours.com, sign up for a pizza tour. I take you around and we eat like this all day, every day.
All day long. Oh my God. God.
That's what I mean by the dip.
I'm in love.
Yeah.
I'm in love.
Love at first slice.
Okay, here's a little Italy wrap-up. Old school parm, it's Capri. New school parm, it's parm, also on Mulberry. For gnocchi perfection, a stop at Gnoccheria is a must. The stuffed gnocchi are little pillows of heaven, people. Then when it comes to pizza, either go old school to the original Lombardi's, the oldest pizzeria in America, or head over to Sorbillo. The calzone was beyond stupendo. For shopping, hit Ferrara's for cannoli, Aleva for the cheese, and Di Paolo for everything else. But don't even think about heading home until you've checked in with Jorge to shake your napkin. Mangia bene tutti. For all the info on the show, just hook up with us on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. And while you're there, let us know where you want to see the show. We take your tips and your safety very seriously. So always remember to buckle up and assign a designated driver as you traverse the tri-state. And we'll see you next time on Toni On.